What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to check out the top counters for Dialga in Pokemon Go because we have the shiny coming out to raid. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys excited about Dialga shiny coming to Pokemon Go for Ultra Bonus Unlock? Week number 1. I am super excited about this, and if you guys do want the Dialga Excellent Throw tutorial, you guys can check it out right up here. I have done it a while ago. I'm not gonna redo it. You guys can find it right up there. All right, so without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. But if you guys do want more raids, easier ways to do raids, number 1, you can get into Discord for regular raids. But if you guys want premium access to raids, to have exclusive groups, you guys can check my pinned comments below. We have the Patreon crew down there. It's $10 a month, it's a lot of fun, and it's intimate, meaning that you're gonna be able to get really familiar with all these people. You're all gonna be on the friends list, and you're gonna be able to battle together at all times, which is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to do raids in Pokemon Go. So, if you don't see an open room, you gotta just look through and find an open room. There are open rooms available right now. All right, guys, so with all that said, let's get right into Dialga. It is going to come out Friday 23rd at 10 a.m. local time, and that's gonna go all the way till Friday, August 6th at 10 a.m. local time. So, man, we got some good time with Dialga. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of fun, man. That shiny's gonna be good. XL Candy's gonna be great. Congratulations, guys. We finally got something we've really been wanting, and that is gonna be Shiny Dialga. And also, I wanna mention that the Gacha Trainer Club Gacha Edition, connected to devices, is available. I know that it sold out for a brief period of time yesterday, but it is now back in the shop, also in the pinned comments below. Dialga is going to be a Dragon and Steel type combination Pokemon, which is pretty unique in itself. It's gonna have a max CP of 4565, it's gonna have an attack of 275, a defense of 211, and a stamina of 205. And then being a Dragon and Steel type combination only presents 2 weaknesses. Number 1 is gonna be ground, number 2 is gonna be fighting. It is gonna be neutral to Dragon, which is pretty cool. So, guys, this Dragon is neutral to Dragon, which makes it a pretty viable attacker, but more importantly, it's really good in the Master League of Go Battle League, so we're hunting out the 100% IV. And as far as resistance go, it's gonna double resist grass and poison, single resist bug, electric, flying, and normal, psychic, rock, steel, and water. So my goodness, that resistance list is high. That's why it makes such a good PvP Master League Pokemon. And then as far as the 100% IVs, 2307 at level 20, and then boosted under 2 conditions, which is going to be windy weather and snowy weather because of the Dragon and the Steel type combination. 100% IV level 25 is going to be 2884. And then as far as the charge moves, it's going to get 2. It's going to get Dragon Breath as well as Metal Claw combination, so they are both stab type effective. And then as far as the charge moves, it's also going to get 3. It's going to get Thunder, Draco Meteor, which is a strong 1-bar charge dragon move. Not the optimal, but it is pretty strong. It's gonna hit really hard. And then finally, it gets Iron Head. And the last thing we need to know before we jump into the counters is how many trainers is it going to take down Dialga in Pokemon Go. So it's going to take 3 strong trainers, 4 to 5 regular trainers, or a little bit more if you're a not so veteran player, right? Which is totally cool because Foggy Weather has it ranked at 2.54 trainers to be able to take it down. Obviously, we don't have half a trainer. Level-wise, you can be kind of half a trainer, but 3 good trainers, and then on and up from there. So before we get into the counters, let's just have a look at the move sets and compare it. So the only thing that's probably gonna hit relatively decent is gonna be Thunder on non-ground type Pokemon. They are not gonna be there. Draco Meteor in itself is a stronger 1-bar charge coming from Dialga, will hit pretty hard in general overall. But the one thing you're gonna have to remember is that ground type Pokemon are double resistant to electric, so anytime you see ground type Pokemon populating the party, probably gonna have an electric type move. So as far as the shadow Pokemon goes and the megas, let's check it out. Number 1 is actually gonna be Lucario with counter and Aura Sphere, 29 deaths on this Pokemon, 652 seconds to take it down. And then we have the shadow Machamp with counter and dynamic punch. The only thing about the shadow Machamp is it does take it down a little bit faster than Lucario, but it has 40 deaths compared to 29 because the shadow makes it a little glassier. And Dialga with Dragon Breath is going to spam really fast. And then in counter spot number 3, we have Conkeldurr with counter and dynamic punch. And then in counter spot number 5, we have Shadow Hariyama with counter and dynamic punch. That Pokemon, a little bit glassy here, 43 deaths, and it is just not optimal. So it looks to me that the shadows aren't really making their best debut here. So that is going to lead us out of the shadows and into the regular non-shadows. Counter spot number 1, can you guess it? Still Lucario, because it's obviously in the non-shadows and the regular shadow form. Counter spot number 2 is going to be the Conkeldurr. In counter spot number 3, Mud Slap Drill Run on Excadrill. That one's going to have the least deaths that we have seen so far at 24. And then we have Groudon with Mud Shot and Earthquake. That one's going to have 25 deaths. Remember that one, and as well as the other one is going to resist the Thunder moveset. Counter spot number 5, we have regular Machamp, which is going to be counter and dynamic punch. And then number 6, we have the Therian form of the Landorus with Mud Shot as well as Earthquake. Remember, this is a flying as well as a ground type combination, so it's going to single resist the electric. And then the Incarnate Landorus with Mud Shot and Earth Power, followed by regular Hariyama with counter and dynamic punch, which is then going to lead us into counter spot number 9, which is going to be Mega Lopunny. With the moveset of Low Kick and Focus Blast, just remember this is a normal and a fighting type Mega, so it is going to boost all the other fighting type Pokemon in the party, which is a benefit. And next, we're going to have Mud Slap and Earthquake on the Rhyperior, Breloom with counter and dynamic punch, and then next we have Garchomp. The Garchomp would be really, really good, except it's a dragon type combination with ground, so it is going to be weak to Dragon Breath as well as Draco Meteor. So any other moves, it's going to do really well, especially it's triple resistant to electric, so with a thunder combination, the Mud Shot and Earth Power is going to be an amazing move on that Pokemon. And then next, we have Mega Charizard with Fire Spin and Blast Burn. This Pokemon is not going to be weak to fire. It's going to be neutral to fire because the dragon is going to resist. Steel is going to be weak. So that's one of the really cool things about the Dialga is usually steel type combinations do have a fire weakness, but this one's going to be neutral. But since it's a Mega Charizard, hits really hard with the Blast Burn. That's why it's going to be sitting in this counter spot right here, because it's still going to be really powerful. And then we have a Regigigas with Hidden Power in the ground typing and Focus Blast in the next counter spot, followed by Rhydon in 15 and Crocodile in counter spot 16. If you guys do want to keep going down the list, the time to win is getting higher, so they are not as strong, and the deaths are getting higher as well, but you guys can check them out over here and pause and check out any of the movesets for some of the more budget, easier to acquire counters, which is then going to lead us into the weather conditions. So as far as the weather conditions, we have sunny weather. Sunny weather is going to be great for all of our ground type counters against Dialga. They're going to hit it really, really hard. Then we have partly cloudy weather. It's not going to have any effect. Then going into the cloudy weather is another great time for us as well, because it's going to boost all the fighting type counters that we are going to be using, so that's going to be really good. Which then is going to lead us into the rainy weather. Rainy weather is actually going to boost the thunder of the Dialga. So in that situation, ground type counters would be very, very effective to absorb all of that electricity. Which then is going to lead us into snowy weather. Snowy weather is going to boost Dialga's steel type and all the steel type moves of Iron Head and Metal Claw. So that's one thing to look out for, weather boosted there. And then next we have foggy weather. Foggy weather is going to boost ghost types and dark types. No effect here. And finally, we have windy weather. Windy weather is going to boost the Dialga all the way to level 25, and it's boosting the dragon type moves of Dragon Breath as well as Draco Meteor will hit really hard in that condition. Which then leads us into the grand finale. How do we set up our parties for Dialga in Pokemon Go? I'm going with Lucario. Great Pokemon, does really good. Aura Sphere, it's a little bit glassy, guys. That's the only thing I don't really like about Lucario, but besides that, it is a steel and a fighting type, so it does have a good amount of resistances, number one. Number two, highly suggest that you guys do use the Mega Lopunny because it's going to boost fighting types. So I have a couple people with Mega Lopunny in spot number 1, a couple people spot number 2, a couple people in spot number 3, and that's really going to boost all the fighting types and make it a lot stronger. Then obviously, if it's going to have any type of thunder move at all times, ground type Pokemon are going to be great. Ground type Pokemon are pretty good because they are not going to be weak to any of the moves that the Dialga is going to be spitting out. So that is a good thing. So I would go Lucario spot number 1 or number 2, depending on where you're putting your Lopunny. Lopunny is going to be in there as well. Then we have Conkeldurr, really good. Machamp, pretty good. I would do a Groudon in there as well. Can really serve effective. Couple Groudon, couple Lucario, couple Machamp / Conkeldurr, and the Mega Lopunny, and that's gonna be it. So guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes their support, scripts, and participate to the next level. We'll see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.